Welcome to This Week in Colorado Soccer. Eric Coloni, Danny Sanchez, coach. 2024 season is upon us.
Yes, it
Seems
is.
like we were just in Europe.
Yeah.
I apologize to the viewers. We kind of, when we were doing our show in Richmond, we kind of maybe overpromised the show from Spain, but we got so busy. There was so much soccer.
Overpromise, undersell. That's
There
Twix.
you go. Yeah, I guess it kind of is. Before we get into this season, obviously, the foreign tour, one last death rattle of talking about it. But talk a little bit about the Spain part and just in general, just getting the team out there and getting them bonded as you're kind of seeing the fruits of that.
It couldn't have gone any better. And we had basically every player that's on the team now except for Hannah Puff and Mickey Rosenbaum, who showed up in July. But everyone else is there. Great games, especially in Spain. The last couple of games were really good games, good matches, good tests for us. To be able to have the fifth-year seniors and the seniors that are leaving the program that graduated to be able to come with us one last time around with us. But the travel was great. Being able to bring a lot of our support staff and have them. They do so much work from behind the scenes and don't always get thanked for it. And this is kind of our thanks to them. So it was a great trip. It couldn't have gone any better.
Back stateside now, obviously, the task at hand, moving to the Big 12 Conference, picked fourth in the preseason poll. We do have players on the team with Big 12 experience.
Yes, we do.
Believe it or not. Did they say anything like I transferred out of that conference and now I'm going back? But
yeah, we didn't ask those questions.
But obviously, first game tomorrow night, North Texas, here under the lights at Print Up Field. Talk about you don't usually do an exhibition game, but you're doing one this year with some tough competition coming in, as always, for the non-conference. But talk about that first match and what you've seen out here in training.
Yeah, no, it's been a great preseason. We were up in Vail for a few days. And as always, it was a great experience and bonding for us. And the training's really sharp. Today's training was really sharp. And like you said, North Texas is a very good team. To have an exhibition, we finally have a conference tournament in the Big 12. So it takes up 2 weekends. So we kind of lose a weekend. So that's why we're doing an exhibition. But we're excited to get out in front of our fans and showcase our 2024 squad, get everybody some playing time and see what they can do as we get prepared for next week's quote-unquote real matches.
And, of course, you bring up next week's real matches. Marquette comes to town on Thursday, and then, obviously, North Carolina coming back to Boulder for the first time in, 30 years or something like that, after we've played the last 11 or 12 or 57 times
we made a lot of trips to Chapel Hill.
So North Carolina coming to town on Sunday. That'll be the kind of a big one. But talk about, obviously, you always schedule tough matches anyway, because going into the Pac-12, it was always a buzzsaw. And now, obviously, the Big 12, still a lot of very tough competition. But talk about those matches.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe we'll talk a little about the Big 12 as we get closer to those. But yeah, next week, I mean, Marquette, obviously last year they beat us here at home 1-0. And credit to them. They deserve the win. So we're really excited for that. That's the most important match coming up. But, let's be realistic. The opportunity to host North Carolina in Boulder on a Sunday where the weather's going to be perfect. It'll be sold out. So get your tickets early and get here early. It's a 12 o'clock kickoff. But the team's super excited about that, to have those opportunities. We reach out to most teams around the country for home and away, so not everybody bites on it. But North Carolina did it. We'll return back to them probably in 2026. But we couldn't be more excited for the start of the conference play and where the team's at. And, after that, I mean, it doesn't get any easier with Wyoming and Michigan and NC State and UNC Greensboro and Denver and so forth. So it's a challenging non-conference schedule, but I think we're up for the task.
So this doesn't count as the return from the previous 5 trips to Chapel Hill?
No.
That's separate? Okay,
yeah, exactly. Separate deal.
You also announced captains. Obviously, the team votes on them. The coaches have the ability to massage, but I believe you went with the team choices. Yeah. Talk a little bit about the captains that got named yesterday.
I think they're spot on. I think that Rachel did a great job last year as a solo captain, but part of our objective over the spring was to develop more leadership and hopefully some underclassmen. And we really feel that Jordy Nidus and Juliana Hayward have really stepped up in the spring, the Europe trip, in the summer, and especially in preseason. And I think the team saw that. So we couldn't be more excited about the 3 captains we have leading the squad this year. Like I said, they're held to a higher standard, so we're going to expect a lot out of them. But I think they're up for the task once again.
All right, well, we're not going to look too far ahead. We've got North Texas tomorrow night, 7 p.m., Print Up Field under the lights. Come on out, check out get the first look of the 2024 squad. Good luck in that match tomorrow.
Thanks, Eric.
And as always, you can follow the Buffs all season long. CUBuffs.com/soccer, and we'll see you next week.